God gifted me desperation. He brought me to a place of humility where I thought something needs to change. I grew up on Long Island in Jericho. There wasn't really much religious identity within the communities that I grew up in. I graduated from the University of Miami, class of 2019, and I came back to Long Island. It was during COVID. I was working in Manhattan, and at that point in my life, I really thought that I had it all under control. As long as I exerted my will onto the world, I would get what I want. And that's where, this self-indulgence and this real self-will took off. After living that way for enough time, I started to develop this nihilism. I started to develop this meaningless to my life. I was miserable, I was depressed, I was in despair, and I was living kind of in my own hell on earth. At that point in my life, I didn't know that Chabad was a thing. My older cousin was very involved in Chabad. She texted me and she asked me if I wanted to come with her to a Shabbat dinner. It was at Chabad Young Professionals of Jersey City, and I said, Rabbi, I'm at a crossroads where something needs to change. I can't keep living like this. And Shmuley said, let me introduce you to what we believe here at Chabad. Chabad sounds like a nice brand name, but it's actually a philosophy. It's Chachma Bin and Das, wisdom, understanding, and knowledge. About 2.5 years ago, we met Johnny. He walked in, enjoyed a nice Shabbos dinner, and very quickly I realized he needed something more. It's more than just a good time, the nice social scene, which is great and important. And we started learning. The first thing we started learning was the Rebbe's Maimars, the Rebbe's talks. And from these Maimars, I started learning how the more I try to get out of self, the more I am connecting with something greater than myself. I started to learn through the Rebbe's Maimars that there is a piece of God in everything in the world. There's a piece of God within every person in the world. Chabad at its core is to learn, to understand that we're here for a greater purpose. What it means to be a Jew, what it means to have a connection with Hashem, with the God, something greater than ourselves. And the Rebbe's teachings are a powerful, powerful way to have an insight and a window into the purpose of it all.
Verbindet das, was lernt, am Meime, wo das gewähnt, am no nafschig, so wie sie hovis. Gewälzen der Nefesh von Baal, Hayim Hayledes, hat in Truf reingelegt und hat dann noch hergebracht in Ksovis und hat dann noch hergebracht in Jehovis. Gibt das oft zu jedem.
The Rebbe's life was dedicated to teaching Hasidus, to teaching other Jews, and to kind of inspiring other Jews to be proud of their Judaism. Before, I didn't really have an identity. And the Rebbe he speaks that you should be proud to be a Jew. It's who you are. This is the experience that I was looking for when I was in my kind of despair. That identity gives meaning. Because I am a Jew, I'm Johnny the Jew. And that makes me so proud. He always says, Rabbi, he saved my life. Chassidus saved my life. The Rebbe saved my life. And I always remind him, but he's the one that puts in the hard work. He's the one that makes the effort. He's the one that shows up. He's the one that learns. He's the one that does the heavy lifting. There's so much there that the Rebbe gives us. We just have to tap into it. And by tapping into it, we do save our own lives. I'm so lucky to have a Rebbe that loves me, that he taught so much as he did. I am living a life beyond my wildest dream. I am happy, joyous, and free. I plugged into what the Rebbe was teaching us. It worked for me, it'll work for you.
Der Ried, wo der Rebischter hat ihm ausgeklieden und hat ihm gemacht, dass soll sein der, was vereinzigt alle Jiden von dem Dorf, wo das ist der Nossi Hador, wird geheißen verschreiben und notdrucken und Farsim sein, verschiedene Takonis, und befragt die Maimorim seine, die Tere sein, was in sie hat gelebt und sich in sie hereingelegt, was hat die alle Sachen, hört man sich und man redet wegen sie und man lebt in sie,